The ice storm of 2008 wasn't just weather. Officially, they called it a historic winter storm. Freezing rain, downed power lines, darkness for weeks. But people who lived through the ice storm of 2008 know something felt wrong. Too sudden, too precise, too quiet afterward. The night the sky changed. In January 2008, weather radars showed something unusual hours before the ice began falling. Not a normal storm front. A perfectly smooth band of atmospheric pressure, stretching hundreds of miles, holding still longer than any natural system should. Meteorologists noted it, then stopped talking about it. By nightfall, rain fell, but it didn't behave like rain. It froze on contact, instantly, uniformly, as if the air itself had been primed. Trees snapped. Transformers exploded blue across the sky. Entire regions went dark at the same time. That doesn't normally happen. The power grid test theory. One conspiracy claims the storm was a stress test. Not of nature, but of infrastructure. In 2008, the U.S. power grid was aging, vulnerable, and poorly mapped for large-scale failure. Officials needed a real-world scenario to answer one question. What happens if everything goes dark, all at once? An ice storm was the perfect cover. No enemy, no blame, no evidence, just weather. Yet the outages followed grid boundaries, not weather patterns. Some towns froze in darkness for weeks. Others nearby never lost power at all. Coincidence? The silence after. Here's where it gets unsettling. During the blackout, cell towers failed unevenly. Emergency broadcasts cut out in some regions but not others. Military aircraft were reportedly seen flying low during the storm, unreported, untracked. People remember the quiet most. No engines, no hum of electricity, just ice cracking in the dark. And something else. Many reported a low-frequency sound, a hum you felt more than heard. Officials blamed wind, but wind doesn't hum when everything is frozen solid. The atmospheric weapon rumor. Another theory points higher, much higher. Whistleblowers have long claimed governments experiment with weather modification, ionospheric heaters, and atmospheric manipulation. Not to control storms, to trigger instability. A perfectly timed ice storm can cripple transportation, shut down power without bombing, paralyze communication, test civilian response under stress. And afterward, you call it a natural disaster. Files related to atmospheric research funding quietly spiked in the years following 2008. Most people never noticed. Why 2008? That year matters. Economic systems were fragile. Global tensions were rising. Infrastructure weaknesses were being mapped quietly. The ice storm happened in regions dense with power corridors, transportation hubs, backup grid facilities, not random farmland, not empty land, target-rich zones. The memory gap. Ask people about the storm and you'll notice something strange. They remember cold, darkness, fear, but the timeline feels fuzzy. Days blend together. Events feel out of order. Some remember things that don't line up with official reports. Trauma does that, but mass trauma sometimes hides things. The final theory, the darkest conspiracy, isn't that the ice storm of 2008 was engineered. It's that it was practice. A rehearsal to see how long people last without power, who helps and who hoards, which systems fail first, how quickly order dissolves, and whether people accept the explanation they're given. They did. Everyone moved on. But some people still say the same thing. I've been through storms before. That one felt like it was meant to happen. Because if the ice storm of 2008 was just weather, why did it feel like the world was holding its breath? And why did everything go dark so cleanly?